Hey guys, Steve Relay with Westech Performance Group. Today we're going to be testing some mufflers, and as you can see behind my left shoulder, we've got a batch of them today. We've got 4 different sets, similar cases, all 3-inch diameter, designed for street purposes. And what we're going to be testing them on is our 372 cubic inch, dark short block, AFR headed, Holley carbureted, small block Chevy, kind of typical for a lot of street car guys. This motor makes a little over 500 horsepower, so I think it's going to be a real good representation of kind of where these mufflers belong. Our test parameters for today with this muffler test are we're going to be testing at wide open throttle from 3,500 to 6,500 RPM. The reason we're testing at wide open throttle is that really seems to be what most guys are interested in when it comes to performance and numbers. The sound of the muffler, that's really subjective. You know, different guys want different tones, so that's something that they can look for themselves. But we're going to give them good hard facts. We're going to look at trends, torque curves, all the interesting stuff that's going to make the car run. So we've got them all ready. We've got the motor up and ready on the dyno. Let's get started. But what we'll do is we'll average those 3 runs, so we have one run to look at that's an average number. Just takes out any little anomalies that may occur, whether it's a half a horsepower or a horsepower. It's just common practice to test that way. Held everything within air fuel wise within 0.2 from beginning to end of testing. So you know, in an internal combustion engine there's something called cyclical variance. The engine does not do exactly the same thing through every cycle. Just a slight variance here, but I mean we're able to repeat within 1.5 from muffler to muffler. I'm seeing a couple little areas where it's showing 3.5 better. But I think that it's also fair to say that those between the Borla and this Venom, those are the best of the group that I've seen so far. You know, the biggest changes I'm seeing are all below peak torque, and that's that resonance tuning thing, I think, more than anything. But in all fairness, those are all mufflers that are a similar size case. It's not like the little shorty race muffler. So, well, after a long day of wearing mechanics gloves and a couple of burned fingers, we finished our muffler test. Now the mufflers that we tested are all top major brand mufflers, and it actually surprised me kind of the disparities we saw from top to bottom. They all made basically the same peak horsepower number, but the differences below peak torque were really surprising to me. So I guess the point is you need to do some research, you need to find out which muffler and which brand best suits you and your application.